Welcome back to CK2, well, sort of CK2. This is a installation guide for those few of you who wants to match my mod list and my mod order for the Madworld mod. However, there are some things that you need to tweak, as I said in the original video. So, I'm going to do everything I can remember here. If I've forgotten something, I'll put it as a comment and I'll try and write it as descriptive as possible. So, the first thing you need to fix is the compatibility between CK2 Plus and Flogi's tech mod. Both of these mods add custom buildings, and ideally, for balance purposes, you want to use one or the other, not both. There is a way to set it up to use both. It's a lot more complicated, and I personally prefer using just Flogi's for balance reasons. Otherwise, it means playing tall is really, really easily because you've got access to all these buildings that are quite powerful. So, to get CK2 Plus and Flogi's working, you want to go into the CK2 Plus Common Buildings folder. Now, in this folder, you want to delete anything which has a 00 at the start of it, so you are left with just these two files. 01 underscore CK2 Plus underscore buildings and 01 underscore CK2 Plus underscore holy underscore sites. You might see the .text, you might not, it doesn't matter, just as long as these two files are in this folder, and it's only these two. When you enable Flogi's tech mod alongside CK2 Plus, it should work. And the reason for this is if we go into the Flogi's tech mod folder and have a look at their common buildings file, you can see that it also adds these 00 buildings. These are the ones you want to play with. So by deleting the CK2 Plus ones, you're stopping it from overriding one another and causing some conflicts. Another thing that you will need to do is ensure some compatibility between CK2 Plus and artifact acquisition only. The way to do this is to add a dependency for CK2 Plus. So for mods that you want to overwrite a mod, something else for it, again, you could have done this with the last mod, but we won't worry about that. My method was easier. Unfortunately for this, because there are core files, you can't do it so easily. So you want to open up the artifact acquisition .mod, or maybe just .mod, depending on how you've got your Windows set up. It should look like this. Now you want to open this up with either Notepad or Notepad++, and to do that, just in case you don't know, right-click, open with, and then choose another app or choose another program if you're not on shitty Windows 10. Pick Notepad++ or Notepad, which is probably also on here. There it is. Again, go for Notepad++. If you've got that one is preferable. And you want to add this line here to the bottom of the file. So dependencies, space, equals, space, open parentheses, space, CK2 plus. The CK and the P in that are capital, plus, space, and then close parentheses. Exactly like that. And then that should enable it to work with CK2 plus. Now what that does, by adding it as a dependency, allows one mod to overwrite another. Because CK2 files are loaded in alphabetical order, this will be loaded first, CK2 Plus will load above it, because obviously A comes before C, and CK2 Plus will overwrite whatever is changed by the artifact acquisition mod, which happens to be your event modifiers, your decisions here. So that allows them to work together. It prevents CK2 Plus from overriding it. Now, another mod that I've also done this with is the Mythos mod. Exactly the same strategy. You want to open this up with, again, Notepad or Notepad+, and just add that dependency to the end of it there. Dependencies equals CK2 plus. There are other things to do with Mythos. You could potentially get it working well with CK2 plus. It's very overcomplicated and not something I really want to do in this video, but just to give you an idea of what you would need to do, you would need to edit the religion files because CK2 plus and Mythos adds the same religions to the game. You would have to go into the religions file and you would have to delete those relevant religions so that it defaults to CK2 plus and then also change it so that it uses CK2 plus decision. It's an absolute pain. Wouldn't recommend that. I think off the top of my head that is everything. That's everything you need to do for now. Now for CPR is a mod you can use, which is Cultural Portraits Revamped, I think it's called. It's a portrait revamp mod. You could use that, however, it isn't compatible with Mythos. So if you're using this mod list but not using Mythos, what you need to do is download CRP, which is the, as I said, the portraits mod. You also need to download CRP Plus, which adds compatibility with CK2 Plus if that's what you're using. I'm personally not using it because it doesn't work with Mythos. They overwrite each other way too much for it to be possible to edit them. Way too much effort for something that is just a small adjustment at the end of the day. That's everything. That's all you need to do. Very simple, very straightforward. If you're confused about any of that, leave a comment and I will try and fix it as and where I can. If I've forgotten anything, I apologize and I will leave a comment. But I just wanted this to be as quick and simple as possible for you.